Part 1: The Amnesia and the Script. Stop. Take a breath. Look around you right now. What do you see? Maybe you see the walls of your room. Maybe you see the screen of your phone. Maybe you see a life that feels heavy, a life that feels like a struggle, a life that feels unfair. We spend so much of our time asking the same agonizing questions to the silence of the night. You know these questions. You have whispered them to the ceiling when you couldn't sleep. Why is this happening to me? Why am I suffering? Why does it seem like the universe is conspiring against me? We feel like victims. We feel like small, fragile boats tossed around in a violent ocean of chaos. We think the universe is something happening to us. We think reality is something forcing itself upon us. But I am here to tell you the truth that will shatter that illusion. The universe is not happening to you. The universe is happening through you. And it is happening for you. You are not the victim of this movie. You are not just a helpless extra in the background of someone else's story. You are the writer. You are the producer. You are the director. And you are the lead actor. But here is the tragedy of the human condition: you have forgotten. You have suffered from a cosmic amnesia. You got so lost in the role, so deeply immersed in the drama of the character you are playing, that you forgot you were the one who wrote the script in the first place. Think about it. When an actor plays a tragic role in a movie, they cry real tears. They scream real screams. Their heart races with real fear. But deep down, somewhere in the back of their mind, they know it is a performance. They know there is a script. We, however, have lost that knowing. We think the script is fixed. We think the tragedy is permanent. And because we believe it is permanent, we make it so. Today, we are going to remember. Today, we are going to walk back into the projection room of your mind. We are going to find the script that you wrote, the script that dictates your heartbreak, your poverty, your anxiety, and we are going to pick up the pen. Because the movie isn't over yet. In fact, the real story is just beginning. Let's go deeper. Let's look at the very nature of this reality you call life. Science, philosophy, and ancient spirituality are finally meeting at the same intersection. They are all pointing to a single, mind-bending conclusion: life is a hologram. Now, don't let that word scare you. When I say hologram, I don't mean fake. I don't mean that your pain isn't real or that your love isn't real. It is very real to your experience, but it is a projection. Imagine a cinema. You sit in the dark watching a giant screen. On that screen there are explosions, there are lovers kissing, there are monsters chasing you. It looks massive. It looks solid. But where is the reality? Is it on the screen? No. If you walk up to the screen and try to grab the monster, you touch nothing but fabric and light. The reality is in the projector. The reality is on the tiny strip of film hidden in the booth behind you. This is the holographic principle. Physics tells us that the entire three-dimensional world we experience, the solid objects, the separate bodies, the distance between you and me, might actually be a projection from a two-dimensional surface of information. Just like that film strip projects a massive movie, your consciousness projects your massive reality. What you perceive as solid and separate is, in essence, an interconnected and fluid projection. You are walking through a dream that you are dreaming up moment by moment. But because you believe the screen is real, you fight the screen. You try to change your life by moving the furniture on the screen. You try to fix your relationships by yelling at the screen. You try to become wealthy by chasing images on the screen. And it never works. Or if it does, it is exhausting and it doesn't last. Why? Because you cannot change the movie by touching the screen. You must change the film. You must change the blueprint inside of you. In the spiritual traditions of the East, specifically in Hinduism and Buddhism, they have spoken of this for thousands of years. They call it Maya, the great illusion. They taught that life is like a dream or a simulation. We are souls playing out a script in a vast cosmic play. They told us that the separation we feel, the idea that I am here and you are there, is the biggest lie of all. Everything is connected. Everything is one energy field, expressing itself in infinite forms. So if life is a hologram and if you are the one projecting it, then we have to ask the hard question. The question that hurts. Why? Why did you write this movie? Why did you write a scene where you get your heart broken? Why did you write a scene where you struggle to pay the bills? Why did you write a character who feels so alone, so misunderstood, so full of fear? If you are the creator-director, why aren't you directing a comedy? Why isn't it a fairy tale? Here is the answer. You wrote this movie not to suffer but to evolve. You wrote the challenges because you wanted to see if you could overcome them. You wrote the darkness so that you could discover your own light. You are experiencing yourself through these situations. You are observing yourself through the people you meet. Every person who has ever hurt you was cast by you. You hired them. You gave them the script. You said, okay, in this scene I need you to betray me so that I can learn the lesson of forgiveness. I need you to abandon me so that I can finally learn to love myself. They are just actors playing the role you assigned to them in the quantum field. When you realize this, the anger fades. The blame disappears. You stop pointing fingers at your parents, your ex-lovers, your boss, the government. You realize there is no one out there doing anything to you. It is all a mirror. The holographic universe acts exactly like a mirror. If you stand in front of a mirror and your face is dirty, you can scrub the mirror all day long, but the reflection will not become clean. You have to wipe your own face. Inner consciousness shapes outer reality. If you want the movie to change, you have to shift your inner perception. But this shift requires more than just positive thinking. It requires a fundamental rewiring of how you interact with energy and matter. It requires you to understand the bridge between your thoughts and the physical world. And that bridge is built on something called the observer effect. In the strange and magical world of quantum mechanics, scientists discovered something that shook the foundation of logic. They found that the building blocks of our reality, electrons, photons, the tiny particles that make up your body and your world, do not behave like solid objects. When no one is watching them, they exist as waves. They are pure potential. They are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. This is called superposition. They are floating in a sea of infinite possibilities. But the moment an observer looks at them, something miraculous happens. They snap into place. They collapse from a wave of potential into a single, solid particle of reality. The act of observation creates the reality. The particle chooses a path because you are watching it. You understand the magnitude of this. Your consciousness is not just passive. You are not just a camera recording what is happening. You are the projector. Your attention is the energy that turns maybe into is. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your intentions are constantly collapsing the quantum waves around you into the events of your life. So ask yourself right now, what have I been observing? What have you been focusing your powerful, creative lens on? Have you been observing your lack? Have you been staring at your sickness? Have you been replaying the scenes of your past trauma over and over again in your mind? Because if you have, you are using your divine power to recreate the very things you hate. You are collapsing the wave of pain into the particle of pain over and over again. You are directing a tragedy on a loop. But it doesn't have to be this way. The camera is still rolling. The script is not cemented in stone. At any moment you can yell cut. At any moment you can choose to observe a new potential. You can choose to focus on a version of you that is already healed, already wealthy, already loved. And when you do that, when you truly do that with unwavering faith, the quantum field has no choice but to rearrange itself. This is the power of the creator-director. And in the next part of this journey, we are going to learn exactly how to train your mind to stop looking at the darkness and how to start manifesting the light. We are going to learn how to turn your energy into the matter of your dreams. But first, you must accept the responsibility. Are you ready to stop being the victim? Are you ready to take the pen back? Part 2: The Alchemy of Belief. So we stand now at the precipice of a new understanding. You are the observer. You are the projector. The reality you touch is merely the shadow of the reality you think. But this raises the most practical question of all: how? How do we take a thought which is invisible, weightless, and fleeting and turn it into a car, a cure, a relationship, or a paycheck? How do we turn the invisible into the visible? To understand this, we must look at the instrument you are using to navigate this life, your body and your mind. You are not just a biological machine. You are a biological broadcaster. Every second of every day, you are sending out a signal into the quantum field. Think of the quantum field as a vast, infinite ocean of potential. It is dark, silent, and still. It is waiting for a command. Your thoughts are the electrical charge. They send the signal out. They are the arrow pointing at the target. But thoughts alone are not enough. You can think, I am rich 1,000 times a day, but if you feel poor, nothing will change. Why? Because feelings are the magnetic charge. Feelings draw the event back to you. This is the secret formula that the ancients knew and that quantum mechanics is now confirming. Clear intention, your thought, plus elevated emotion, your feeling, equals a new reality. Most people are broadcasting a chaotic signal. They wake up in the morning and their first thought is, I am tired. Their first feeling is, I am anxious about work. Then they look at their bank account and think, I don't have enough. They feel fear. Do you see what is happening? You are sending a clear request to the quantum field. Give me more fatigue, give me more anxiety, give me more lack. And the universe, in its infinite, non-judgmental love, says, your wish is my command. It collapses the wave of potential into the particle of struggle. To be the creator-director, you must learn to hack this system. You must learn to feel the emotion of the future before the future happens. This is the hardest thing for a human being to do. We are conditioned to wait for something outside of us to change how we feel inside. When I get the promotion, then I will feel successful. When I find the partner, then I will feel loved. When I am healed, then I will feel gratitude. This is the cause and effect model of Newtonian physics. It is the old way. It is the victim mentality. It says, the environment controls my feelings. But the quantum creator says, my feelings control the environment. You have to reverse the flow. Can you feel the gratitude of health while your body is still in pain? Can you feel the abundance of wealth while your pockets are empty? Can you feel the joy of companionship while you are sitting alone in your room? If you can truly hold that frequency, the quantum field must respond. It cannot tell the difference between what is happening in your outer world and what is happening in your inner world. When you combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion, you are signing a new energetic signature. You are rewriting the code of the hologram. This is what we call manifestation. Manifestation is not magic. It is not wishing upon a star. It is the act of aligning yourself with a timeline that already exists in the quantum field. Remember, the holographic model suggests that reality contains an infinite number of layers. Just as a hologram contains the whole image in every tiny piece, the quantum field contains every possible version of your life right now. There is a version of you that is already a millionaire. There is a version of you that is already healed. There is a version of you that is living your dream life. It is not out there in the future. It is right here, right now, vibrating at a frequency you haven't tuned into yet. Imagine a radio. All the radio stations, jazz, rock, classical, news, are existing in the room with you right now. You can't see them. You can't hear them. But they are there. If your radio is tuned to 98.5, you will hear the news of war and disaster. You can scream at the radio, you can beg the radio to play Mozart, but as long as you are tuned to 98.5, you will get the news. You have to turn the dial. You have to change your frequency. But how do we turn the dial when the reality around us looks so convincing? This brings us to the concept of faith. In a secular world, we have lost the true meaning of faith. We think it means blindly following a religion. But in the quantum context, faith is a technology. Faith is the ability to hold a vision in your mind that is more real to you than the environment around you. Look at the great visionaries of history. The inventors, the leaders, the artists. They had a vision. They saw a future that no one else could see. The world told them it's impossible, it's not real, look at the facts. But they didn't look at the facts. They looked at their vision. They rehearsed the future in their minds so many times that their brain and their body physically changed to match that future before it occurred. They became the person who had already achieved it. And eventually, the world had no choice but to mold itself around their belief. This is the observer effect in its highest form. When you observe your dream with intensity, with love, with absolute certainty, you are collapsing time. You are pulling the future into the present. However, there is a trap. A subtle trap that catches almost everyone on this path. It is the trap of trying. When you try to manifest, you are actually vibrating at the frequency of I don't have it. Trying implies lack. Trying implies separation. If you already had the $1 million, would you be trying to get it? No. You would be enjoying it. You would be peaceful. You would be generous. So the key is not to want. The key is to be. You must be the character in the script before the cameras start rolling. You must walk like them. Talk like them. Breathe like them. When you shift your identity, you shift your reality. Let's talk about the energy of love. We think of love as an emotion between two people. But physics tells us something deeper. Love is the highest frequency signal we can transmit. Fear is a slow, dense vibration. It contracts. It hides. Love is a fast, high vibration. It expands. It connects. When you align with the frequency of love, you are aligning with the glue of the universe. The quantum field is often described by mystics and now even some theorists as a field of unified love and light. When you judge, when you hate, when you resent, you are disconnecting yourself from the power source. You are pinching off the hose. But when you forgive, when you appreciate, when you love, you open the floodgates. You become a superconductor for the divine intelligence to flow through you. This is why gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. When you say thank you, you are acknowledging that you have received something. So when you give thanks before the healing arrives, you are telling the quantum field, it is done. And the field replies, yes, it is done. You are the creator-director. But a director does not run around the set screaming in panic. A director is calm. A director has a vision. A director commands the scene with a whisper, not a shout. So look at your life again. Look at the things you have been complaining about. Can you see them as feedback? Can you see them as old residue from a script you wrote when you were asleep? Now that you are awake, you have a choice. You can keep reading the old lines. You can keep reacting to the old cues. Or you can take a deep breath. You can close your eyes. And you can start to daydream. But this time, do not daydream to escape reality. Daydream to create reality. But wait. I hear you asking. If I have all this power, if I am truly the director, then why is it so hard to stay in this state? Why do I wake up motivated, but by noon I am depressed again? Why does the fear come back? This is the final barrier. The guardian at the gate. It is the ancient software running in your brain that is designed to keep you safe, but not happy. It is the monkey mind. And until you learn to tame this beast, your new script will never be filmed. In the next chapter, we are going to confront the enemy within. We are going to learn how to silence the noise, conquer the fear, and master the art of focus. Because a director who cannot focus produces no movie. Prepare yourself. We are going to war with the ego. Part 3: The Intruder in the Editing Room. You have the script. You have the camera. You understand the power of your attention. You are ready to shout action and create a masterpiece. But just as you sit in the director's chair, chaos erupts on the set. A siren goes off. Someone is screaming orders. The actors are running around in panic. You try to focus on your vision of abundance, but a voice in your ear whispers, "Who are you kidding? You are broke, you are weak, you will fail just like last time." Who is this voice? It is the intruder. It is the uninvited guest in the holy temple of your mind. The ancients called it the monkey mind. Imagine a monkey. Restless. Agitated. Maybe even a little drunk. Now imagine it has been stung by a scorpion. It jumps from tree to tree, never staying still for more than a second. This is the state of the average human consciousness. The monkey mind is the part of you that refuses to be here, in the now. It is a time traveler, but a terrible one. It grabs your hand and drags you back into the past. It forces you to re-watch the saddest scenes of your movie over and over again. Remember when they hurt you, remember when you made that mistake, feel that shame again, feel that regret. Then, before you can catch your breath, it drags you into the future. But not a beautiful future. It takes you to a future filled with catastrophe. What if I lose my job? What if I get sick? What if I end up alone? Understand this crucial truth: you cannot create a new reality from the past. And you cannot create a new reality from fear of the future. Creation, true quantum creation, only happens in the eternal now. The monkey mind steals the now from you. It keeps you busy fixing problems that don't exist yet, or reliving problems that are already dead. But here is the twist. The monkey is not evil. The monkey is actually the ego child within you. It is a small, frightened child crying out to be seen and loved. It creates noise because it is afraid of silence. It creates drama because it thinks that without drama, it doesn't exist. It is trying to protect you. It thinks that if it worries enough, it can prevent danger. It thinks that if it replays the past, it can fix it. It is misguided love. But this ego child is not working alone. It has an accomplice. If the monkey mind is the software, then the collective consciousness of fear is the internet it is connected to. Look at the world you live in. Look at the screens that glow in your face for hours a day. We are swimming in a sea of information, but drowning in ignorance. The media, the news, the constant feed of social drama, They are not just reporting reality. They are shaping it. They are the architects of the collective consciousness. And what is their favorite building material? Fear. The media injects fear into our minds like a drug. Turn on the news. What do you see? Violence. Disasters. Economic collapse. A new virus. A new war. A new reason to panic. They highlight the danger. They amplify the conflict. They sell you the worst-case scenario on a 24-hour loop. Why? Is it just because bad news sells? No. It is deeper than that. A frightened mind is a controllable mind. When you are afraid, your nervous system goes into fight or flight. You move into survival mode. And when you are in survival mode, you disconnect from the quantum field of infinite potential. You disconnect from your higher brain centers. You become reactive, not creative. You stop being the director and you become a puppet. This fear-based messaging programs your subconscious mind to feel anxious, divided, and powerless. It keeps you focused on your limitations rather than your expansion. It keeps you vibrating at a low frequency. And remember, the universe reflects your frequency. If you consume fear, you will manifest reasons to be afraid. If you consume division, you will manifest conflict in your life. So the question becomes, how do we unplug? How do we silence the monkey, comfort the ego child, and disconnect from the fear matrix? You cannot fight the mind with the mind. You cannot scream at the monkey to shut up, that just adds more noise. You must transcend it. You must become the conductor of your thoughts. This brings us to the most powerful practice in your spiritual toolkit, mindfulness. Mindfulness is often misunderstood as just relaxing. But in the context of the creator-director, it is a precision tool. It is the act of stepping back from the screen and realizing you are watching the movie. Here is the practice. When a thought arises, I am going to fail, do not fight it. Do not believe it. Just observe it. Say to yourself, I am having a thought that I am going to fail. Do you see the difference? In the first version, you are the failure. In the second version, you are the observer of the thought. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the awareness that perceives them. You are the sky. Your thoughts are just clouds. Some clouds are black and stormy. Some are white and fluffy. But the sky is never harmed by the clouds. The sky does not try to push the clouds away. It just allows them to pass. When you practice this observation, you create a gap. A tiny space between the stimulus and your reaction. In that space lies your freedom. In that space, you can choose a new thought. This is how you train the subconscious mind. You treat the ego child with compassion, not anger. When the fear comes up, you say, I see you are scared, it's okay, I am here, but we are not going down that path today, we are going this way. You gently steer the ship back toward the light. By aligning your consciousness with higher intentions like love, compassion, and gratitude, you stop being on autopilot. You stop letting the world program you, and you start programming yourself. You begin to create a coherent signal. When your mind, thought, and your heart feeling are aligned in the present moment, you create a laser beam of intention that cuts through the noise of the collective fear. Let's talk about energy transmutation. Many people think they need to get rid of their fear before they can manifest. But energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. Fear is just energy. It is powerful energy. It is vivid imagination used in the wrong direction. Fear is believing in a negative future. Faith is believing in a positive future. It is the exact same mechanism. If you have the power to worry, you have the power to manifest. Worrying is just meditating on what you don't want. So take that energy, that racing heart, that obsessive focus, and flip the lens. Use that intensity to obsess over your victory. Use that adrenaline to fuel your excitement for the life that is coming. Don't you think we should be mindful of what we are creating? When you realize that your consciousness is collapsing the wave function of your life every single second, it becomes a responsibility. It becomes a sacred duty to guard the gates of your mind. You need to become a strict gatekeeper. If a thought comes knocking that says you are unworthy, check its ID. Does this thought serve the movie I am making? Does this thought align with the ending I have written? No. Then it is not allowed on set. Kick it out. Replace it immediately with a thought that serves you. I am worthy, I am guided, I am loved. This is not lying to yourself. This is selecting your reality. This is quantum selection. As you begin to master this, as you begin to tame the monkey and comfort the child, something magical happens. The static noise of the world begins to fade. The fear campaigns of the media stop affecting you. You see them for what they are, scripts written by someone else. And you realize you don't have to act in their movie anymore. You are free. And in this freedom, you find the silence necessary to hear your own soul. You find the blank page where your new life is waiting to be written. Now that we have cleared the set, now that the director is back in the chair and the distractions are gone, it is time to call action. It is time to look at the specific steps, the daily rituals, and the practical actions that will anchor this new timeline into your physical world. In the next chapter, we will turn this philosophy into a practice. We will learn how to walk, talk, and breathe as your future self, right here, right now. The rehearsal is over. The cameras are rolling. Part 4, acting the role before the scene changes. So you have silenced the monkey mind. You have written a new script in your imagination. You have felt the joy of your future. But then you open your eyes. And you are still in the same bed. In the same house. With the same bank balance. And the same problems waiting for you at the door. This is the moment where most people quit. They say, see, it didn't work. I visualized being wealthy, but I am still poor. This is nonsense. They fail because they do not understand the nature of time. In the quantum field, everything happens instantaneously. The moment you have the thought, the probability exists. But in the 3D world, the world of dense matter, things move slower. There is a time lag. Think of it like the stars in the night sky. Some of those stars died millions of years ago, but their light is just reaching your eyes now. You are looking at the past. Your current reality is exactly like that starlight. The circumstances you are living in today are the result of the thoughts and beliefs you held months or years ago. You are living in the residue of your past self. So if you react to your current reality with frustration, you are just planting seeds for more frustration in the future. You are recycling the past. To be the creator-director, you must master the art of the time lag. You must be able to look at the old movie playing around you and say, this is just the echo, my new movie is on its way. This requires you to become the greatest actor in the world. I am not talking about faking it. I am talking about embodiment. You must become the character in your new script before the set changes. Ask yourself, if you were already the person who has everything you want, how would you wake up in the morning? Would you hit the snooze button 5 times and dread the day? Or would you jump out of bed with purpose? How would you walk? Would your shoulders be slumped in defeat, or would you walk with the dignity of a king or queen? How would you speak to your partner? How would you eat your food? How would you handle a challenge? You cannot wait for the environment to change so you can feel good. You must feel good so the environment can change. You must be greater than your environment. This is the test. The universe will test you. You will decide to be abundant. And that very day, you might get an unexpected bill in the mail. The monkey mind will scream, panic, fear, you are broke. But the director stays calm. The director smiles and says, this is just an old scene. I am paying this bill with gratitude, knowing that my abundance is infinite. When you react differently to the same old triggers, you break the chain of karma. You break the loop. You are liberating your energy from the past and investing it in the future. Let's talk about the lens of perception. The book Quantum Awakened Mind tells us, you are looking at life through the lens of others. You are carrying baggage, unwanted thoughts, and beliefs. Imagine you are wearing dirty sunglasses. Everything looks dark. Everything looks vague. You can try to paint the world brighter, but as long as the glasses are dirty, the world will look dark. You need to clean the lens. And the most powerful cleaner is gratitude. Gratitude is usually something we feel after something good happens. But in the quantum model, we flip the switch. We practice gratitude in advance. When you are grateful for your health before the healing, you are signaling to your body that the healing has already occurred. Your body begins to produce the chemistry of health. You are literally rewriting your biology. Wake up every morning and ask yourself, what can I be grateful for today? Find the smallest things. The breath in your lungs. The coffee in your cup. The sun through the window. Shift your focus from what is lacking to what is present. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to the abundance in your life, attracting more positive outcomes. This is not just positive thinking. This is physics. When you focus on problems, you are observing the particle of problem. You are freezing it in place. When you focus on solutions, when you focus on what is working, you allow the wave of potential to flow again. Remember, when you change, your environment and the people around you will also change. This is perhaps the most magical part of the hologram. You think you need to change your husband, your wife, your children, your boss. You nag them. You argue with them. You try to force them to follow your script. And they resist. Because no one wants to be controlled. But try this, change yourself. Change your internal reaction to them. See them differently. Instead of seeing your partner as lazy or uncaring, start to visualize them as loving and supportive. Speak to the version of them that you want to see. Treat them as if they are already that person. Because of quantum entanglement, your energy field is connected to theirs. When you shift your vibration, their vibration must adjust to match you. It is a dance. If one dancer changes the rhythm, the other must follow or leave the dance floor. You will be shocked. People who have been difficult for years will suddenly soften. Opportunities that were closed will suddenly open. Not because they changed, but because you changed the signal you were broadcasting to them. You shifted the hologram. Take a look at your life. What do you see? You created everything you see with your beliefs and expectations. This is a hard pill to swallow, but it is also the medicine. If you created the mess, you can create the masterpiece. You have to take charge. You have to embark on the inner journey. Everything starts within. The universe inside of you needs to be discovered. You need to become a gardener of your mind. Every thought is a seed. Are you planting weeds? Or are you planting flowers? Most people let their minds be a dumping ground for the world's trash. They let the news plant seeds of fear. They let their friends plant seeds of gossip. And then they wonder why their garden is a jungle of suffering. You must stand guard. Pull out the weeds of I can't. Pull out the weeds of I am not worthy. and plant the seeds of your intentions. I am powerful, I am abundant, I am the creator. Water these seeds with the emotion of love and gratitude. And then, trust the process. Trust the gestation period. You don't plant a seed and dig it up every 10 minutes to see if it is growing. That kills the seed. You plant it. You water it. You trust the earth. The quantum field is the earth. It knows how to bring your dream to life in ways you cannot even imagine. You don't need to know how it will happen. The how is the universe's job. The what and the why are your job. Your job is to hold the vision. Like a director visualizes a film before shooting, visualize the life you want. Be as detailed as possible. See the colors. Smell the air. Hear the sounds. Touch the reality in your mind until it feels solid. And then, let go. Release the attachment. This is the paradox. You must want it, but you must not need it. Neediness is a signal of lack. Detachment is a signal of trust. Say to the universe, this is what I desire, or something better. When you reach the state where you are so happy, so whole, so in love with life right now that you don't even care if the manifestation comes. That is exactly when it knocks on your door. Because you have become a vibrational match to wholeness. You are no longer the victim waiting to be rescued. You are the master waiting to be served. In the final chapter of this journey, we will bring it all together. We will summarize the toolkit of the Creator-Director. And we will issue the final challenge. The challenge to step out of the shadows and claim your role as the author of your destiny. Because the pen is in your hand. And the page is blank. Part 5, The Ripple Effect Healing the Holographic Web. We have spoken about you. We have spoken about your script, your mind, and your life. But there is a final piece of the puzzle. A piece that explains why your personal transformation is not just a selfish act, but a service to the entire cosmos. It is the concept of oneness. Many spiritual traditions say that everything in the universe is connected, each part reflects the whole. In the holographic universe, there are no sharp boundaries. Where does the ocean end and the wave begin? They are the same thing. Where do I end and you begin? Quantum mechanics calls this entanglement. It suggests that particles that have once interacted remain connected forever, no matter how far apart they are. If you tickle one particle here, the other particle laughs on the other side of the galaxy. This means that you are not living in a vacuum. You are plugged into a vast, invisible internet of souls called the collective consciousness. Collective consciousness of groups or even humanity as a whole could influence large-scale outcomes. Think about the Global Consciousness Project. Researchers have found that when millions of people focus on the same event, a celebration, a tragedy, a global prayer, the physical randomness of the world changes. Machines that generate random numbers suddenly start generating patterns. Human emotion can literally order the chaos of the physical world. What does this mean for you, the Creator-Director? It means that when you are terrified, you are polluting the river of the collective mind. You are adding to the nightmare. But when you are peaceful, when you are full of love, you become a lighthouse in the storm. When you start changing the quantum field, it affects everyone else's field as well. This is the secret to changing the people around you without saying a word. Have you ever walked into a room where someone was angry and you felt the tension instantly? That is their broadcast. Now, imagine walking into a room carrying the frequency of absolute peace. You don't have to preach. You don't have to argue. Your mere presence acts like a tuning fork. The discord in the room will naturally try to harmonize with your stability. This is true leadership. This is true healing. By aligning with higher frequencies of love, light, and intention, you engage directly with the underlying energy structure of the hologram. You are not just writing your movie, you are helping to rewrite the movie of humanity. So how do we live this? How do we stop this from being just a nice philosophy and turn it into a concrete way of life? We need a protocol. A director does not show up to the set whenever they feel like it. They have a schedule. They have discipline. Here is your daily invitation to mastery. Step 1: the morning script. Most people wake up and immediately reach for their phone. They plug themselves into the fear matrix before they have even brushed their teeth. They let the world tell them how to feel. Do not do this. The first hour of the morning is sacred. Your brain waves are in a state called alpha or theta, the bridge to the subconscious. This is the golden hour for programming. Before you interact with the world, sit in silence. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and visualization can bring consciousness into a state that's more attuned to the present moment. Close your eyes. Do not just think about your day. Feel your day. Rehearse the scenes. See yourself driving to work with a smile. See yourself handling that difficult meeting with grace. See yourself coming home to peace. Prepave the road with your intention. When you do this, you are sending the signal out ahead of you. You are clearing the path. Step 2: the midday check-in. The world is loud. It will try to knock you off balance. By noon, the monkey mind might be swinging again. You need a reset button. Set an alarm on your phone for midday. When it goes off, stop. Take 1 minute. Just one. Ask yourself, what energy am I broadcasting right now? If it is stress, if it is fear. Stop. Breathe. Recenter. Remember who you are. You can shift your thoughts to more positive ones as soon as you become aware of them. That shift, that tiny micro adjustment, is the difference between a bad day and a good day. Step 3: the evening edit. At the end of the day, a director reviews the dailies, the footage that was shot that day. Review your day. Do not judge it. Do not beat yourself up. Just observe. Okay, I lost my temper in that scene. Why? I was reacting from fear. And then, this is the magic trick. Revise it. In your imagination, replay the scene, but this time, see yourself acting the way you wanted to act. Feel the relief of that better reaction. This is called revision. Consciousness may have a retroactive influence on outcomes. By rewriting the memory with new emotion, you are cleaning the energy of the past. You are untying the knot of karma before it can harden. Don't you think we should be mindful of what we are thinking, feeling, and creating? It is work. Yes. It is harder than just drifting through life on autopilot. But the reward is everything. The reward is a life that feels like yours. You will fall off the wagon. You will have days where the monkey wins. You will have days where the fear feels overwhelming. That is okay. That is part of the movie too. It's called character development. Forgive yourself instantly. It's time to train that monkey mind and take control of the ego child within you. Be the gentle parent to your own mind. Pick yourself up. Dust yourself off. And sit back in the chair. The camera is still rolling. Understand that life as a hologram doesn't mean reality is fake, but it's deeply interconnected and multidimensional. You are exploring the frontier of human potential. You are walking the path of the mystic and the scientist combined. You are proving that the universe is not happening to me. The universe is happening through me and for me. When you start to see results, and you will, do not dismiss them as coincidence. Coincidence is just God's way of remaining anonymous. When the check arrives, when the phone rings, when the pain vanishes, acknowledge it. Say, I did that, me and the quantum field, we did that. Build your confidence. Proof is the fuel for faith. We are nearing the end of our transmission. But before we fade to black, there is one final truth you need to hear. It is the most important truth of all. It is the answer to the question, what is the purpose of all this? If we are just creating our own reality, does it matter? Yes. It matters more than anything. Because the movie you are writing is not just for you. It is a gift to the source that created you. The universe is experiencing itself through your eyes. When you feel joy, the universe feels joy. When you love, the universe expands. So make it a good movie. Make it a story worth watching. Make it a story of triumph, of courage, and of radical, unstoppable love. In the final chapter, we will give you the keys to the kingdom. We will issue the final decree of the creator-director. And we will set you free to write your masterpiece. Part 6, the final cut. Your new timeline begins now. The lights are coming up. The credits are about to roll on this transmission. But unlike a normal movie where you walk out of the theater and return to your mundane life, this ending is different. Because this ending is actually an introduction. We have traveled a long distance together in these files. We started in the dark, believing we were victims of a cruel and random universe. We believed that the pain was a punishment. We believed that the struggle was permanent. But then we pulled back the curtain. We discovered the hologram. We learned that the solid walls of your reality are just mirrors reflecting your inner state. We discovered the observer. We learned that your attention is not passive. It is the most powerful creative force in the cosmos, capable of collapsing waves of probability into particles of experience. We confronted the monkey mind. We looked the ego in the eye and realized it was just a scared child needing guidance. And we unlocked the secret of manifestation. We learned that by combining clear intention with elevated emotion, we can bridge the gap between thought and matter. You have the map. You have the tools. You have the manual. So now there is only one question left to answer. The question that will determine the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Knowledge without application is just entertainment. If you close this video and go back to complaining about your job, fearing the news, and fighting with your reflection in the mirror, then nothing will change. You will remain a character in a script written by your past traumas. And that is your free will. You are allowed to stay asleep. The universe will not judge you. It will simply give you more of the same dream. But I don't think that is what you want. I think you are here listening to my voice at this very moment because a part of you is screaming to wake up. A part of you, your quantum self, knows that you were meant for more than just survival. You were meant for expansion. You were meant for joy. You were meant to be a master. Assuming the role of the creator-director of your life is about more than just achieving goals. It is about waking up to the grandeur of existence. It is about realizing that the universe is not happening to me. The universe is happening through me and for me. Imagine a world where you are no longer afraid of the future, because you know you are the one creating it. Imagine a world where you don't need to control others, because you have mastered the control of yourself. Imagine a world where challenges are not threats, but interesting plot twists that you navigate with the grace of a seasoned captain. This world exists. It is not a fairy tale. It is a frequency. And it is waiting for you to tune in. Life as a hologram suggests that reality is shaped by perception and consciousness. This means you are the ultimate artist. Your life is your canvas. Your thoughts are your brush. Your emotions are your paint. Do not paint another tragedy. You have painted enough of those. Paint a masterpiece. When you leave this session today, I want you to carry this image with you. Imagine you are sitting in a director's chair. It has your name on it. In front of you is the movie set of your life. The actors are waiting. The lighting is ready. The universe is holding its breath. Everything is paused. And then, you speak. You give the command. Every morning when your eyes open, that is the clapperboard snapping shut. Action. How will you play this scene? If you encounter a rude person, will you react with the old script of anger? Or will you direct a new scene of compassion? If you lose money, will you react with the old script of fear? Or will you direct a new scene of trust and resilience? You have the power to choose your reactions, beliefs, and the steps you take forward. Every single moment is a choice point. Every single moment is a chance to edit the film. Focus on solutions. Instead of dwelling on problems, direct your energy towards finding solutions. Practice gratitude. Regularly acknowledge the things for which you're thankful. Visualize success. Regularly visualize achieving your goals. These are not just tasks. These are acts of rebellion against the old paradigm. In a world addicted to fear, your joy is an act of rebellion. In a world addicted to division, your love is an act of rebellion. In a world addicted to distraction, your focus is an act of rebellion. By becoming the creator-director, you are becoming a revolutionary of the soul. And you are not alone. Collective consciousness, humanity as a whole could influence large-scale outcomes. There are thousands, perhaps millions of others just like you, waking up right now. We are forming a grid. A network of awakened minds. And as each one of us lights up, the entire hologram begins to shift. We are moving from the age of information to the age of intuition. We are moving from the age of separation to the age of integration. And you are the pioneer. The holographic model suggests that life, consciousness, and reality are in a constant state of evolution. You are that evolution. God, Source, the universe, whatever name you call the infinite, is exploring its own potential through you. Don't be a boring explorer. Be a bold one. Explore the limits of how much love you can feel. Explore the limits of how much abundance you can receive. Explore the limits of how much magic you can create. Life as a hologram doesn't mean reality is fake, but it's deeply interconnected and multidimensional, inviting us to view the universe and ourselves as part of a living, interconnected consciousness. So take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. That air is the same air that stars are made of. Feel the beat of your heart. That rhythm is the same rhythm that spins the galaxies. You are not small. You are not insignificant. You are the universe pretending to be a human for a little while. It is time to drop the act of the victim. It is time to pick up the megaphone. The set is yours. As we close these quantum files, remember this final direction. Do not look for the miracle outside of you. You are the miracle. You are the bridge between the invisible and the visible. You are the alchemist who turns thought into things. Go out there and direct a movie that will make the angels weep with joy. Go out there and manifest the timeline you deserve. Go out there and remember who you are. I am the narrator of your awakening. But you are the director. And so the script is handed to you. The ink is wet. The page is blank. The past is a memory. The future is a probability. The power is in the now. A message to the Quantum Files community. To our awakening family. We didn't create this series just to share information. We created it to hand you back your power. The core message of Quantum Files Awakening is simple yet revolutionary. You are not a victim of this universe. You are the writer, the producer, and the director of it. When you truly apply these practices, when you tame the monkey mind, align your frequency, and rewrite your internal script, true freedom begins. Becoming the creator-director of your life means one true sovereignty. You no longer wait for a savior. You no longer wait for the economy to change, for people to apologize, or for luck to find you. You realize that the power to shift your reality has been in your hands the entire time. 2. Total independence. Your peace and happiness are no longer dependent on external circumstances or other people's behavior. The world out there is just a mirror. When you master the world in here, the mirror has no choice but to reflect your light. 3. The end of blaming. You stop looking for enemies. You understand that every challenge was a scene you wrote to help you evolve. You stop reacting to the old script and start creating the new one. This is your life. This is your movie. Don't let society, the media, or your past traumas sit in the director's chair for one more second. Take the pen, call action, and create a masterpiece that your soul will be proud of. You are the one you have been waiting for. With love and light, Quantum Files Awakening.